Our first exercise is starting with a standard push-up. This exercise is going to be considered close kinetic chain. The concentric phase of this exercise is when the athlete pushes their body back down to the starting position, which includes elbow extension. The eccentric phase is as the athlete lowers their body to the ground, which would include elbow flexion. All of this while maintaining their core and keeping their back straight. Our sets and reps would start at 3 sets of 10. Our regression is to a plank, making this an isometric exercise. The patient will be holding the plank for 3 sets of 30 seconds. The table and gravity are blocking the athlete's movements to fall into the table while also doing a push-up like action and also stabilizing themselves with their core. Our progression from a regular push-up is to a declined push-up. The patient will place their feet on the end of the table and allow the rest of their body to fall into position. The stability of the core is still required. The AT positioning will be similar to a regular push-up just to help the athlete maintain their back and core, making sure that everything is in a straight line. The first exercise is going to be horizontal abduction holds. These are going to be considered a isometric exercise because what's blocking the movement is the resistance from the band as well as gravity on the athlete's extremity. AT positioning would be behind the patient to make sure they abduct their arm and that it stays in neutral and that the athlete doesn't move their arm into horizontal flexion or into extension. Since there is no wall, the is holding the band for stabilization, but normally the band would be looped through the wall or another stable surface. Our progression would be to go back to the initial band color and add what is a perturbation. This is where we would have the AT apply some resistance to the distal aspect of the arm, allowing the patient to stabilize their core as well as the shoulder muscles within space. Our last exercise is the functional exercise, which is a row. Here the AT is stabilizing the TheraBand at the opposite end. We would want the athlete to focus on squeezing their shoulder blades together right at the back, holding that squeeze for about 1 to 2 seconds and then releasing back to neutral.